What's up, y'all? This is Franchise Play, aka Brian Mazik, the feature columnist for BleacherReport.com, aka the Big Numbers Guy. We talking WWE news. Obviously, the biggest thing coming up later on this month is the Royal Rumble. Personally, that's my favorite pay-per-view. I know it's like sacrilege to say that any pay-per-view out there is, like more dear to you than WrestleMania. And obviously, I love WrestleMania. Not liking WrestleMania is like saying you love the NFL but you don't like the Super Bowl. Come on, you gotta love WrestleMania, and I do. But the Royal Rumble is so dope to me because, just first of all, battle royals are off the chain. Secondly, the suspense of waiting for the next superstar to come into the ring, and then there's always this the surprise elements. The Royal Rumble is a place that's often used to have people return that have been gone for a while. A lot of times you see legends come back just for like cameo appearances. All types of stuff happens, right? So because of that, those things, and then also beyond that, the winner gets to be, is going to headline or challenge at WrestleMania. So it has the WrestleMania angle to it. So it's dope, right? So we're going to talk a little bit about that, of course. And this, what you see in the background, is just a little crazy, freaky little Royal Rumble I did with the crazy roster that I have already on, my WWE, in my own personal WWE universe with WWE 2K14. But before we talk in depth about what my thoughts are and the latest stuff on the Royal Rumble, let's talk about some of the other news going around the WWE. Mae Young passed away, and, rest in peace to Mae Young. She lived a long, awesome life, and, everybody else can just pretty much hope that they get the chance to live that long, because Mae Young lived a long time. So that's it's a bittersweet kind of a thing. Somebody lives a long time is awesome. Secondly, Kaitlyn has left the WWE, and this is really a shame. Like, I'm not like the biggest fan of the divas except for Naomi and AJ Lee. Oh my God, wow, love them. Woo! That little outfit that Naomi is wearing with the sides cut out, I can't barely talk about it. It's on the real. AJ's just awesome. She is probably, my personal opinion, the most beautiful diva that I've ever seen. She's a beast like that. You can take AJ head and put it on certain parts of Naomi, kill her. Ooh, kill him. It's like that, right? But I like Kaitlyn too. Kaitlyn's cool, right? Kaitlyn was really, really good in the ring. She was getting really good in the ring. At first, she was terrible, which a lot of the divas are terrible in the ring at first. But her feud with AJ was really pretty dope. I was actually at the Allstate Arena. That's the video I showed with my son and all of that. When she took on AJ, and AJ won the Divas Championship. That was a dope match. It was dope. I mean, it wasn't just like dope for a female match. It was a good match. And both of those girls worked really, really well together, and I thought their feud was cool. All of a sudden, Kaitlyn is like not attached to anything. She's not even in a feud. Suddenly, she's on AJ's side, and nobody knows why. It was just a ridiculous storyline, right? And so she worked hard as she could get, to get opportunities to get into a better storyline, and for whatever reason, it didn't happen. So she's frustrated, and word is that's one of the main reasons why she left, which obviously she is not the first diva to walk away from the WWE because they were frustrated with their role, or lack thereof. So that's a shame. She's going to, pursue some other interests. I could see her totally doing like a fitness video or something like that, getting into that kind of thing, because she used to be heavier and she worked real hard to get herself in the shape she was in, and it's dope. So hopefully, wish her the best and all of that. Also, the WWE Network is set to launch on February 24th, I believe. It is the day, I think, before Elimination Chamber. Now, most of the time when sports entertainment leagues, or whatever, come up with these big packages like this for viewing, it's usually like, there's some good stuff to it, but there's some other parts to it that you like, nah, that ain't good. That ain't gonna work out. Well, I'm gonna be honest. As you really break down the WWE Network, it's hard to really find some bad with this offer. Peep it. You get for $9.99 a month, right? You're gonna get every single pay-per-view. Okay, every single pay-per-view, and I believe we can check on this just to make sure, but it's in 720p. So it's not 1080p, but it's in 720p. It's got to be on a mobile device because it's being streamed, or it can be on your Xbox 360, I should say, your PlayStation 3, Roku, and you can only imagine that the devices that it's going to be available on is going to expand, but it's also available on Android, Apple devices. I mean, so it's out there to have. If you just insist upon watching it on your television and you don't have a 360 or PlayStation 3, even though I think it's not going to immediately be available on the game consoles, that's going to take a month or so. But say, for instance, you don't have an Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 and you still, want to watch it on your television, you can just hook your computer up to to your TV and have your television, work your television as a monitor for pay-per-views. Beyond pay-per-views, you're going to get access to the full catalogs of like the WCW, ECW, older WWE matches, all types of like really dope stuff. And this is for $9.99 a month. If you think about it, hardcore WWE fans are paying $54.99 a month for pay-per-views sometimes, and now you're talking about getting access to see that for just $9.99 and some other stuff. So I mean, man, honestly, this is a good deal to me. You know what I mean? Because me and my son, we watch the WWE stuff. We watch it. We might not watch Raw live, but it's being DVR'd all the time, so we watch it that way. SmackDown we watch here and there, but SmackDown's a little bit difficult for me to watch on DVR because, to be honest, the spoilers it's hard for me not to read the spoilers because I have to write about them a lot with Bleacher Report. So I usually have already found out. So sometimes I won't even watch SmackDown unless I read that a match on SmackDown was like amazing and you need to see it. But Raw, oh yeah, all the time, right? So I mean, just to be able to have that much WWE content just right there for you is pretty dope. So far, I would totally endorse it unless I see something that, makes me say, oh, wait a minute, you didn't tell me about that. So that's that. But let's move on to the Royal Rumble. First of all, let's talk about what I'm glad about. Let's do the positive first. I'm glad that John Cena's not in the Royal Rumble. Now, I don't hate John Cena. A lot of people hate John Cena. I think John Cena is dope. I think he is probably the most underrated, underappreciated WWE superstar there is, all things considered. Of course, he gets his love and the company or whatever takes care of him. But I'm talking about fans. Fans dog John Cena left and right. And, this dude is good on the mic. He works hard as I don't know what in the ring. He takes punishment out of this world. And he is a good in-ring performer. He is. Now, people like Dolph Ziggler get the shaft from the company, and unfortunately he has a concussion. We don't know when he'll be back. People like him, people like Damian Sandow, Antonio Cesaro, Kofi Kingston, those guys kind of get a shaft a little bit. But, all things considered, I think John doesn't get the credit he deserves. But I'm glad he's not in the Royal Rumble because he's always feel the need to either have John Cena win the Royal Rumble or be one of the last two guys left. So by him not actually being in the Royal Rumble, at least to my knowledge, because apparently he's supposed to be taking on Randy Orton in a rematch for, the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now, that's something I don't like. I don't want to see that match again. I don't. Why couldn't we have John Cena fight somebody else? Why do we have to see them fight again? Didn't we just see that? It was a good match. I don't want to see it again. So I don't know. Hopefully somebody runs into the ring and slaps somebody in the head with a brick or something. I don't know. Something new has to happen because I don't want to see that again. But they forcing it on us. So that's that. Now, Brock Lesnar Big Show is pretty decent. It's pretty decent. I don't know whether or not the Big Show at this point in his career, I mean, he's older. I mean, I don't know. I might be wrong. I think Big Show's 46. Brock's matches are extremely physical, hard edge, rough, nasty kind of matches. You know, Brock's not always the cleanest performer in the ring in terms of like, he even fool around, make a mistake, and drop you in the wrong way, and it didn't work out the way it was scripted. So, you know, I don't know. Can the Big Show keep up with that? I don't know. He should be able to, but we'll see. They've had good matches in the past, but of course, Big Show was much younger then. So it's interesting. It's interesting. Also, I'm really looking forward to seeing Roman Reigns. Hopefully, this is when he busts out and completely leaves the Shield. Of course, I like the Shield, but it's time for Roman to explode. This dude is a freaking superstar waiting to happen. The Superman punch is an awesome signature. The spear is a cool finisher. He's got everything he needs to just be a total superstar. So I'm hoping to see that blow up. Hoping Dean Ambrose loses the United States Championship sometime soon. I'm hearing that's probably going to happen at Elimination Chamber because we're going to see a unification match between him and the Intercontinental Champion, Big E Langston. So that'll be dope. Batista is coming back on January 20th. So, and he's already been mentioned and said he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. So that's going to be interesting too. It's kind of going to be weird though. Fans might really, really whine and cry if Batista wins the Royal Rumble though. That might really make people mad because it's like people already have issues about the part-time stars winning and stuff like that. So I don't know if letting him win is going to be the smartest thing to do, but it's definitely going to be interesting to see, you know, how long or what happens. Also hearing Rob Van Dam is coming back, so could the Royal Rumble be where he comes back? You never know with Jericho. He just might show up anywhere. He'd show up in the bathroom, anything. He could come back. I mean, there's a lot of guys. Mason Ryan is being mentioned as a possible replacement in the Shield for Roman Reigns when he leaves. That would be dope. Maybe another guy from NXT like Sami Zayn. That might be dope. It would be really dope to see like Kurt Angle come back to the WWE and he be in the Royal Rumble. What if Hulk Hogan was in the Royal Rumble? That would be dope. Of course, we don't want to see him win, and then he's 60. And I've also heard his back is so bad that they don't even know if he can get through a match. But in some way, shape, or form, having him appear would be really super dope. So it's a lot of things to look forward to. I'm looking forward to. I can't wait for the Royal Rumble. And, hey, we'll see what happens. But after the Royal Rumble and leading in the Elimination Chamber, y'all check back. I'll come back with some more WWE news and talk and all of that sort of thing. Until then, y'all subscribe, follow. Peace.